I go good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Me for good night and count good night any on kwakwada. So me chia mo nyina me gidi say obia ho ye. Me gidi say obia ye okay, me gidi say obia ye fine. So how been poor ho problem bi wo ho a mensu that's not the end of it. That's not the end of life. In fact, there is nothing like end of life. There's nothing like end time. There how ba wani kiyama, ba wani ranar tashin kiyama, ba wani ranar karshe. It's never true. No any kiyama. Life is just a replay. And it is moving. It is moving. There is nothing like a day will come and there will not be humans on earth. No. No. It changes. It is the development, new movement, new life activities that will happen. There is nothing like end time or last day or judgment day. There's nothing like that. So whatever challenges you're going through, whatever difficulties you are facing, whatever the hindrances and obstacles, you don't worry. It's not the end of it. Be yourself, be strong, and you can find solution to it. We are all like that. People have troubles. The world is full of troubles. Many a times we have problems because of the brain. This is where the problem is. The intellect is not functioning well. If not that it's not functioning totally, it's not functioning well. That's where we have problem. But when we put our intellect, at least the first basics of our life and how to manage our life, we should put the intellect into use and things will be fine. This is as we do it. This one is about our steps to the energetic journey, steps to the spiritual journey. You cannot understand or you cannot exercise spirituality or you cannot take a step of gaining your consciousness without understanding how this mechanism we call body is functioning. The body is a cave that you are trapped in. You are trapped in the cave and you are deep asleep. That is what the body is. The body is a cage you are trapped in. You don't have freedom. You need to come out and fly. The body is a room which you've locked yourself in. You don't know where you've put in the key. Some of you or some of us know where the key is, but we don't know how to open the door. Or this figuratives are referring to the body-spirit relationship. The body is a whole heap of memories, as we've said more than once. If you want to free yourself, if one want to get out of it, one need to reduce the heap, those memories that have been heaped. One need to reduce them. They must be reduced. So that's why we are discussing them, so that we will know that they are existing. Whatever we are saying about these things here is just a tip of it. It's just a bit of it. It's just something small of it. We are establishing their existence. We are not showing how to reduce them. We are telling you things so that you pay attention to yourself and accept and agree that yes, they are there. They are there. They are existing. How can one solve a problem if they do not even know the problem exists? You see, so this is the point. So whatever we are saying here, we are just drawing your attention for you to know that they exist. So when we say it, you look at yourself, you check yourself and see, are they real? Yes, they are real. They are with me. So when you accept and agree that they are there, they are within you, when we start to give the solutions of how to make them lighter, how to make the memories lighter, how to burn those things that we've heaped up, you will take it serious and you reduce the load. We discussed the emotional memory the other time, and we said these memories are apart from we having the fundamental 8, and the 8 has been divided into 2, 5 here, 3 here, and the 5 we've mentioned the elemental memories, and one of them is water element, and we mentioned that that is what is dominating the body. All the 4 elements, the fire element, the air element, the earth element, the water element, all the 4, water is the dominant one. Nsuo ene edoso ewo yemu. Nsuo no fa 72 na nkae na ache ne aka no. Nsuo no fa 72 na nkae na ache ne aka no. The water takes 72 and the remaining share the remaining 28. So when the water element has been controlled properly, then things will be fine because it is the one that is dominating. And then we said this element are representing qualities in you. Element we ejina woma esubini ban bi e ewo mu ena element no ejina ma bibi ti say bufuo eja element no ejina ma bufuo ene ne nkeka ho ena air element ejina ho ma ahoprepre air element no mframa element no ejina ho ma ahoprepre ne ahokeka eno na eye air no mframa element no ejina ho ma ahoprepre ne ahokeka. So this is what they are meant for. And the earth element, asase element no ejina ho ma ahoto any etintim so be tintim affirmation so be stabilize eno na asase no ejina ma. And the water element stands for activities, whether positive or negative. Nsuo no ejina ma akoniaba se eye akoniaba etwaye ana akoniaba entwaye we na eye nia eye nsuo no. So this is what they represent. We discussed it and we mentioned that between the emotion and the element, the emotion and the intellect, and one or how no work atenka no any adwene no ahia training, atenka no so ahia training, but in the actual sense, you know, the intellect need to be trained and the emotions need to be trained, but in the actual sense, the intellect need training, but the emotions need controlling. The intellect needs to be trained and the emotion needs to be controlled. Intellect no ehia intellect no ehia ntetiye, ena emotions no ehia se obehye wo ho so, ahohyeso obehye wo ho so. So this is how it is, and this is the reality. In the previous discussions of this, we mentioned that women are fantastic, or ladies of female gender are fantastic in this, because they can use their emotions, is very overwhelming and it is very close. That is why they are more spiritual. Women are more spiritual. To be honest with you, all the noises we make, all the they are stronger than men. They are the root. They are everything. You see, everything has been messed up. Look at this. The earth is everything. The earth has everything. It is the earth that gives everything, and it is the earth that takes everything from us. But yet, we are thinking that there is some God in the sky. You see how confused we are. Assassin na ema bibia. Assassin na eji bibia. Assassin nso na eye bibia. Assassin mu na bibia fiba. But yet ho a na ye bebo mpaya na ye hwe so eye se nyame bi wo so wo baby. You see how confused we are. Esoro ese form. That's what we think. We are buried in the earth, but yet we think something is in the sky. That is the same thing with the women. Everything is in them and they have everything, but yet men, we think we have it all. That is the point. We are not saying, my fellow men, my fellow guys, my fellow males, don't be angry with me. This is teachings and we are handling realities here. I'm a man myself. I'm a guy, you know. So what I'm saying, I'm included, you understand. So this is it. So if a woman understands herself a little bit and she's into relationship or she's married, she can use her relationship or her marriage to attain consciousness. She can use it, the relationship or the marriage, to attain mysticism, to attain the higher level of spirituality and to attain mysticism. Yes. One of the things she needs, one of the tools and one of the equipment she needs to do this with is she needs to be unidirectional. She should direct the emotion to one point. Direct the emotion to one point, she can focus. Because she's into relationship or because she's into marriage, she can focus and use the marriage to get to the top. That is why in some cultures that are well rooted and oriented in spirituality, they see a man as a gateway. In some cultures that are very rooted in spirituality and are very spiritual oriented, they see a man, or they see the male gender as a gateway. They see the male gender as a gateway. And you know, doors are doors, gates are gateways. People that pass through gateways get somewhere, but the gate doesn't go anywhere. The gate doesn't get anywhere. People that pass through the door get somewhere, but the door is always there. See? So in some spiritual oriented world, in some spiritual rooted world, men are seen as a gateway, and that's what they are, and they've accepted it. They will be there all the time, and the women will use them to get to the top. Let me give you a practical example of this. Any lady that goes into a miserable marriage and have clear conscience, she comes out as a better woman or as a better lady. Any lady that went through a hell relationship or marriage, she comes out to be better. She comes out to be better, she comes out with more understanding, and she comes out to be stronger. They end up getting to the top. Most of these women, if they walk out of bitter relationships, they come out strong, and before you realize, they are at top there, they are over there, because that is one of the examples. So in marriage, one can do it. Using emotion and intellect, which one is better in terms of gaining or climbing to spirituality, gaining consciousness and all that? The emotion is stronger than intellect, and the emotion is easily used than the intellect. When the emotions is used, it is easy attained. The purpose, the reason for using it, the consciousness is easily attained when the emotions is used. But one thing about the emotion is that it will be on and off. It cannot be kept. It cannot be kept. It cannot be maintained. It cannot be stable, because there's a switch, and there's a reason for the switch. We will mention it shortly. So emotion is the easiest step. Emotions is the easiest tool to get to the spiritual, to get into spiritual journey. But it is also easy to lose it. So it's on and off, it's not stable. The easier it is to gain, the easier it is lost. That is how it is. But the emotions, it's easy to be used. The intellect can also be used, but very difficult. It is only few people that are able to use their intellect to get to their consciousness or subconsciousness. Very few people. But when it is gotten with intellect, it remains. He who gets to the top through the intellect is certain. Yes, he who gets to the top, he who gets to the consciousness through intellect is certain and stable, but it is difficult. Typical example or practical example. Can you stay focused on one particular thing for 24 hours? Can you keep your intellect on one thing for 24 hours? No, you can't. But if you are able to keep your intellect, your mind on one thing for 24 hours, I'm telling you, that day, some magic or miracle or whatever you want to call it will happen in your life. This is it. So the emotion is the easily used one. Now, the reason why the emotion will get you there and brings you back, gets you there, brings you back, is that you are subjected to certain activities, certain materialities, certain things in your life. You are subjected to them. You are subjected to them. They are objected to you, and you are subjected to them. Now, anything that is subjected to you is easily to pull you down. This is the problem. So the surrounding and the environment is why the emotion will get you there and fall again. You get there and fall again. Or in simple language, that is why it cannot be maintained. That is why it cannot be stable, because you are subjected to objects. You are subjected to objects. You are subjected to marriage. You are subjected to relationship. You are subjected to food. You are subjected to drink. You are subjected to your child. You are subjected to your family. You are subjected to your job. All those things are there, and they can bring you down. So that is why then the emotion gets you there. You can't stay. Sana etie. Most joyful experience or joyful experiences that has ever happened to humans on this earth happen to them through emotions than intellect. Yes, has happened to them through emotions and intellect. So the emotions is very, very important, and it is easy to get you to the consciousness. But this emotions is also a troublesome, because emotions is very big and is very overwhelming. That is why when the hip or the memory, the emotional memory becomes thick, it can crash you down. It can crash one down easily. It can burn one down easily. Emotions can crash one down easily. The thick the emotions, the easier the damage. Or the thicker the emotions, or the thicker the emotional memories, the easier the damage. Yes, this is it. So emotions are what are killing us softly and killing us slowly. Emotions, when they are overwhelmed with negativities, they are not good for the people that are being overwhelmed with them. They are not good for the people who are engulfed with them. And they are not good for people who are around them as well. Especially when there is someone who is the reason for triggering these negative emotions. They will suffer more than any other person. When the negative emotions are thick and there is someone who triggers it, someone who is always triggering it, they will suffer more than any other person. So whoever is engulfed with, or whoever is overwhelmed with the negative emotions, they are in trouble. They really need help. Not them alone. Any other person around them can feel the heat. More especially people that are seen as a result, or people that are threat, or people that can trigger those emotions. That is why this is some kind of way. That is why sometimes marriage people, you need to be careful how you handle your spouse or relationship and all that. We all have these challenges, but actually it's not a good thing when the emotions of the female partner in the relationship start to be negative and it start to center on you. Is not gonna bring good results. So these emotions need to be taken care of. These emotions need to be handled properly. It's really dangerous. A lot of us are going through certain things because of emotions of our parents, more especially our mothers. When a woman is going through trauma, it triggers the emotion and it triggers it negatively. If she's breastfeeding, at that moment, the child is taking poison. When a woman is breastfeeding and she's going through trauma and it is triggering her negative emotion, the child is taking poison. One day, it will come, it will manifest in the child's life. When a woman is pregnant and she is being subjected to trauma and agony, and it triggers, and it is always, and all these things trigger emotions, and it triggers it to the negative dimensions. So when a woman is pregnant and she's subjected to trauma and agony and torture, it triggers the emotion negatively. The child is going to go through hell. When a child is weaned, when a nursing mother weans her baby, but she's still carrying the baby all the time, but she's going through a whole lot of trauma. She's going through a whole lot of troubles. She's going through a whole lot of challenges. She's always sharing tears. Whatever the child is, at the age of 27 to 30 something, the child will also go through tears. The child will also go through sorrows because it will manifest. Because that time, whatever is happening with the woman or with the mother or with whoever lady is around this child, is downloading in the child. Emotion is very, very dangerous. Emotion is very, very positive, and emotion is very, very negative as well. So what we are saying is that we need to learn how we encourage, we direct our emotions to positivities. So this is it. I would like to tell you this. Anytime the emotions goes high, more especially when it is negative, you need to be calm. You need to relax. Don't utter anything. Don't say anything. Don't send. Don't shoot any bullet. It's a rocket. Anything that comes out of negative emotion is a rocket. Atomic rocket, as for that matter, if not weapons of mass destruction. Indeed, that's what it is. So I say to you, check yourself, know how your emotions are functioning. We have a way for you to burn down the negative memories of the emotions. Do you confirm that yes, these emotions are there and they are working? I believe you do. There's a way to burn them down. Until we meet again, I say to you, peace. Keep yourself safe. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.